love to her children bind with her passion of creating small things with 3 broken blenders after. That turns out to produce materials in harmony with nature. A social enterprise that starts from kitchen to garage and into a larger space. A mother as a game changer with the son as the COO, an older daughter as the business lawyer, the other as the designer, and the younger one as the market manager. A family producing a tree-less and acid-free paper. Together, let us visit Cagayan de Oro Handmade Paper and witness their family business, a story of innovation and sustainability. Can you share with us, ma'am, how you started? I understand you started 1993 pa?
Yes.
Oo. So, and you are the lone artisan at that time?
In Cagayan.
Oo, in Cagayan, oo.
So, actually, I started in our kitchen.
Oo.
So,
balay lang yun.
I wanted to learn how to make paper. So, I used blender.
Wow.
And whatever available fiber there was at the time. So, I think it took me like 3 broken blenders after that I realized na it can be done, but not on a big scale. It's, you know, you have to start somewhere. So it was a small business, which from my kitchen I moved to our garage.
Okay, so the space got bigger.
And from our garage to a 200 square meter lot, used to be in Bulwa. And then from that place we moved here. But that was a span of so many years.
Yeah.
I really started small.
So this is like, it started as your hobby.
Right. I like to make nice things like boxes or gift packaging, and then cards also.
It's not just about having brilliant ideas that produce brilliant things. Sometimes, with your available materials, you create more beautiful things.
And that's why they are asking, why of all businesses, why handmade paper? Because that was the future I saw.
Wow.
That there's going to be that clamor for natural products, for environment friendly. Yeah, because we have to innovate because we were into notebooks, you know, but we cannot beat the prices of the Chinese brands, which are also fantastic.
Yes.
We cannot beat them, so we have to think of products that they don't have. You know, they also have fantastic lamps, and also the prices are, you know, very, very affordable. And we were thinking, maybe we can get into home, but a product which they cannot make and which they will never be able to make.
Yeah, that really is totally different. And that's how innovation is.
Yes.
Diba?
So what we use, they usually use wires and everything, but we use rattan vines.
Oh, so this is rattan.
Yeah, rattan vines.
They don't have it.
They don't have rattan.
Yes.
And then abaca paper pulp. They don't have abaca.
Yes.
So,
So this is one thing that they cannot copy.
we don't use tree. So it's tree-less because we use abaca fiber. And then cogon grass.
Cogon grass. And that is readily available here.
Yes.
Locally available in our
Which
market.
are not available in China.
Yes. See, there's wisdom there. If you really look into like what's available in your backyard, diba? In innovating every little thing comes a bigger opportunity of helping others in the community, and this becomes a great help for them and to their family in the society.
So we're helping now Higaonan tribe to, they're planting the abaca for us and we buy from them. And then farmers in Miss Or, just nearby, to harvest the cogon grass anywhere they can find. And so they supply to us.
So that's how you were able to sustain your supply. Also, because if you will just be, like you mentioned earlier, you really tap into the Higaonon Simati.
Because the supply of abaca went down when the Bicol region and the Leyte region, the Visayas region suffered. Their trees were dying because of some disease. So had we not planted abaca in the Higaon with the Higaonan tribe partnership, we could have closed shop or maybe find another raw material.
Yeah.
So we will be missing the opportunity of having an indigenous raw material.
Material. Oo. But not only that, your workers are also from the community.
Yes, we trained during the recession. Remember, I told you about that when orders were just simply stopped coming. So what we did was to train more women so that in the future, if the buyers will come back, because I believe that it's like,
Yeah.
there is a cycle of sorts,
Yes.
and you have to be prepared when good times will be back. So we trained more mothers. So we have what we call home-based.
Okay.
They only work in their homes.
So they bring the products in their homes.
Yeah, we teach them first, like doing this small card. A lot of cards are made home-based. We make it a point that our designs are simple enough that they can do it in their homes.
Okay.
And then we have team leaders who will visit them and do QC right in their home, so they don't have to leave their children.
So there's no disruption of their being a mom.
Yeah. So when things go wrong, like no more market, you have to think of other ways to work on so that your people can continue. Like they will rely on you for food on the
Correct.
table, school. So what I realized that we cannot stop.
Cagayan de Oro Handmade Paper also assures the children of their workers with education as providing them their needs and them as their scholars. A family with the heart of helping people like this surely will be receiving more blessings than 1,000-fold that was given.
Our market is 95% outside the country, and the local market is low, only about 5% of our total sales. So how did we get into the international market? It's actually through participation of international trade fairs through the DTI.
Okay.
There are two agencies that really helped us. From DTI for the marketing of our products and DOST for the technology. Yeah.
Because you were granted through their setup program of the OST.
Yeah, setup program is not a grant. It is a loan that
Okay.
you're supposed to pay zero interest. So we had that grant to start off with our fabrication of equipment, like our beaters, our dryers, pressers. The technology came from the DOST.
Okay.
So when we were able to improve our production capacity, we were then we enhanced our products because we did not sell the paper as it is, but we have to convert it into three types of products. First is the stationery, which is usually the product of all other
Yes, like
handmade
any
paper.
paper
Yeah.
products.
And then packaging,
Okay.
that is for boxes and bags. For example, our boxes, we package tea in the US. Tea bags
So the tea bags
are placed in the box.
in your boxes.
Because the tea bag company in the US, for example, the tea company, they want to use sustainable, friendly products. And
So no more the plastics.
mga plastic, wala, no more. So it's a pure box made of handmade paper with a coconut lock. So that was the appeal that they chose our product design. So from packaging, you have to grow to other types of products like home.
Yeah.
Now we are into lamps and the home accents. So I realized in the business that you cannot be fixed or
You
transfixed
cannot-
into
yes.
one type of business, but you have to innovate. Now, I'd like to show you this lamp.
Yes po.
This is a chandelier. We call it a beehive chandelier. It won the top 3 innovative product in the Global Sources Fair in Hong Kong. So in fact, if we are able to reach in 2018, I also want to hold an enterprise development fund competition here
In Cagayan. Oo, muna lang yung start with Cagayan. Oo.
Because that competition has actually saved us also from extinction. Yeah, because the raw materials itself, and then we were able to train the farmers that how to, have a higher yield in abaca, because they used to have very low yield.
Oh, so you are not just like telling the higaonons to produce abaca, but you are also teaching them the technology.
Yeah, through FIDA, FIDA.
Okay.
There's another agency who helped us in training the farmers to plant the abaca correctly, and also to improve the yield.
Wow, that's so nice. So, ma'am, what's next for Cagayan de Oro handmade paper?
Well, we will continue on the home because that's where the demand is, and for the home products, and we continue also joining international fairs. Because if you stop joining international fairs, the message you're sending to your present buyers is that you are closing shop, or that you have lost touch to keeping up with the trends. So you have to be continually present. So in October, Manila Fame, we will be there again.
From a motivation to give her children a business that led to helping others in the community, innovation and sustainability, paired with a strong belief on their products, kept their business afloat and is now breaking international markets. SAKU bags are available in all sizes like small, medium, and large. For the moms who love to be twinning with their daughters, a design which is comfy, handy, and a classic bag created especially for kids. In order to make one SAKU bag, you basically need 4 empty flour sack. Depends on the sizes. The materials used in the labels are also cutouts from sack, and every SAKU bags are created handmade with love. After cutting and sewing the empty flour sacks, we are now ready to see and learn the final stage in making the SAKU bags, the tie-dyeing.
Because simply it's made out of a flour sack. So that's why it's called SAKU. So to simplify it and to make it Bisaya.
Because in Bisaya it's called SAKU sa harina.
SAKU sa harina.
Sometimes trials are like big waves. They knock you down. Sometimes you get a chance to get up. And sometimes, oops, don't worry, he'll be alright.
Purses, handbags, sling bags, whatever you call them, these fashion items have become a common fixture for the modern men and women. They all come in various brands, shapes, styles, and colors. Some are designed for high-end fashion, while others are created to complement the urban chic. Today, we will be showing to you a unique design of bag out of a flour sack called SAKU. Together with Yuri Perez, let's check how he managed this kind of business and come up with this idea of creating SAKU. Yay! Hi!
Hi!
Welcome to In Harmony, diba? For the benefit of the audience, viewers, Yuri is my student, diba? Was my student in international studies, and now I'm interviewing him for his business. called SAKU.
Yes.
Ba? Your business is called SAKU. Why is it called SAKU to begin with?
Because simply it's derived from, it's made out of a flour sack. So that's why it's called SAKU. So to simplify it and to make it Bisaya.
Because in Bisaya it's called SAKU sa harina.
SAKU sa harina.
So that's why it's SAKU. Apart from business, the way he makes the SAKU is an upcycling of the flour sack, which has an implication of reducing the carbon footprint. Then, how did you, because you are, I appreciate though that you have ventured, because according to the World Bank study, we have to propel our small and small and medium enterprise, diba? How did you get into business, into SAKU?
Okay, after college, I was going nowhere. So, and through reading, I've read about stuff and how to, get rich. And that's the only way I could, in my readings, is to have a business, own business. So I've ventured into something, like I put up a grocery store before, it didn't work. Also put up a pizza place.
It also didn't work.
So I was always looking into something, and I found this here.
SAKU. Apart from the business, because the way you make the SAKU, it's an upcycling of the flour sack.
Yes.
So, like, the SAKU kasi, it looks like it can be used for a free-spirited individual, and I'm seeing a Yuri in that.
Thank you.
Is that from how I know you of? But was that the intention, or how did you come up with the design?
The design was old, no? It's derived from a boho bag or a monk bag. But when I tried it, I borrowed it from a friend. I tried it. It really feels comfortable. You can put it as a sling or across your chest. No? It feels comfortable. So from there, I was like, I have to make this. I have to make this kind of bags. But again, from materials that are upcycled.
Upcycled. Yuri's mother, Nilda Hinse, was the one who helped him in his endeavor of SAKU because his mother was a mananahi, and through combined ideas, they came up with the design of SAKU. When did you start making SAKU bags?
Okay, it started 2 years ago. 2 years ago. Yeah, but the design was like this. Pero I had it printed, no? Tapos print yun.
So, para to cover the prints?
Not really. It was just a design. No?
Okay.
Pero the end result was it was not organic enough. So it's rubberized, so it's not organic anymore.
Yeah.
And when I tried to sell it, it didn't really sell.
Yeah.
So by that time,
Because it's not so boho if you have it
like
rubberized,
that.
right?
Sakto.
Too commercial na siya.
So then I can find anyone to buy it also. No? So and without the help of social media, medyo alanganin. Kay that time before, though social media is
It's already there, but it was not. It's not picking up.
Yes, it is not. So unlike now, when you go to a social media platform, they can sell.
Yes, That's plus the word of mouth, advertising referral of your friends.
So and we were not innovative 2 years ago.
Okay.
So I stopped.
Uh-uh.
So I didn't continue with making the bags. But my mom made around 10 bags. And some of it, she brought it back to Europe and gave it out to her friends. Now, this year, January, I think, December, we went to Camiguin with the family, and we have visitors from Holland. And we went to, and in Camiguin, I saw the bag again.
Your bag?
Yes, my bag.
Okay.
Used by
somebody else.
by that foreigner friend of hers.
Oh.
And I was like,
I've got chills.
mo nang atong bag? So, yeah. So, and she's been using it since you gave it to her. Yes, nearly every day if she goes to the market and do the shopping or something. Oh,
Wow.
and I was like, okay,
Okay. So
I'm
there's the
going to make
market.
this again.
Yeah.
I am going to make this again. But now I have to be, it should be something catchy, not with the print and the stuff. So, ato siyang balikon. Dito na, so it just started again this year.
This year.
This year.
With the concept of tie-dye, how did you get into that? Because I understand that presumably would be another innovation, apart from how it's sewn, the design, and also the print. Yeah. What was the inspiration?
Tie-dyeing was, I just saw it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Can I mention it?
Yeah, sure.
So I just seen it on YouTube and I can do this.
Yeah.
This is simple enough. I can do this. Yeah. So
there.
because before we just dye it the old school way, and just one color. So it's quite boring.
Yeah.
So that's why I had it printed and the result wasn't good. So now with tie dyeing, you can put more colors in it. And since we don't have the dye that's available in outside of the Philippines, like the dye that's really effective,
Yeah.
and they have sets of it, we have to improvise also. Again, innovate.
Yeah.
SAKU bags are available in all sizes like small, medium, and large. For the moms who love to be twinning with their daughters, a design which is comfy, handy, and a classic bag created especially for kids. In order to make one SAKU bag, you basically need 4 empty flour sack. Depends on the sizes. The materials used in the labels are also cutouts from sack, and every SAKU bags are created handmade with love. After cutting and sewing the empty flour sacks, we are now ready to see and learn the final stage in making the SAKU bags, the tie-dyeing.
So we're just going to make a simple design for, we call it the crumple tie dyeing. So
Okay.
basically we'll just crumple
Crumple it.
just like that. There should be lots of wrinkles in it. So
Okay. And then
and slide it. Like that. There you go.
which side? This side. This is like home economics again. This is so much fun. And one more. And many more. Which part? Which way? This way?
Across, yes.
Okay. One more here?
Yes. Or
Okay.
yes.
Diba? I'm making my own design. Okay. You're like forming a star now.
No, not really. Just even out the edges. Like that. Just this way.
Yeah. The sides, this one.
So this is a very simple design pattern. No? So
So that's already, yeah. And then you, yeah. Then you put dye on it.
so we're transferring it to the other workshop, which is also within the house. So here.
There. So the color is red.
Yes. So one of the colors we're going to mix is red.
This cup of hot water has the mixture of salt and vinegar.
Yes. Yes.
So it's not totally cold
No, it's not.
because it's hot water still.
In order for the dye to dissolve, we have to use hot water. So
Okay.
mix it a little bit. Oh no, not a little bit. Thoroughly
Yeah.
to dissolve all the dye.
Do your customers, like, if they ask you for a particular color?
Yes, I
Yeah,
can do that.
that's okay, but-
it's very, very, very hard to do at times. So when they request for a, let's just say, turquoise.
Oh, okay. How do you mix turquoise to blend the
Basically,
turquoise?
it's green and blue.
Yeah.
But the result will be different. So I'm trying to do away with specific orders.
Okay.
So what I'll do in the next few months is try to make as much bag as I can, display it online, and show it to whoever's interested.
Okay. So
this
as
is
of the
all it.
moment,
As of the moment, yeah. So here, we just
Yeah.
in Bisaya, patakaan lang nato ni siya.
Okay.
As long as
There.
the order is to have a bag that is colored, mix of.
There's a term for that actually. It's called pacham. Pacham ba? So that's a pacham way.
Yes.
Diba?
So the order was with the colors black and red.
Oh, okay.
So we just mix black and red, but with the design or the color flow, just pacham.
Okay, yeah. So it's pacham.
Yan na lang.
So you're gonna flip it.
Yes. flip it over.
Okay.
Oops.
Oops.
It's okay.
It's okay. And that's the happy part. Because
This
that's
is the
when
fun part.
it's the fun, happy part. That's why it takes a lot of time to make it.
So we already cleaned this up. We're using the same syringe.
Syringe.
And I've
For
been
now.
using this for a while. Again, para minimal lang itong kuwan.
Yeah.
So, same
But
thing.
when your company gets bigger, that can be placed in a museum. Yeah. Oh.
So with this type of design, we're just gonna fill in the ones that are not colored red yet. So that's what we're gonna do.
So expectedly, there will be a blending of black and red. This will be a blend of black and red.
Something like that.
Oh. So whoever will be having this bag, your bag's on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoever will be having this bag, flip it over. It's hot. Yeah.
So with black, you can just cover up the red. So usually we put first the lighter color,
Ah.
so you can sip into the cloth first.
There, and then you let it sit for 12 hours.
There, it will sit for 12 hours. Yes. Okay.
Okay. So this is the SAKU.
This is the SAKU. So
Sige.
this is our finished product. This is, actually, this is already owned.
This is already owned.
Yes.
This okay. I noticed your label. So it says here, the one you say, SAKU, handmade with love. Diba?
This handmade.
Oo, it's a product of Cagayan de Oro, Philippines.
Proudly.
Proudly. Cagayanon. And then, it says here at the back, you have also, like you mentioned, your label are those cutouts.
Yes, also the cutouts.
These are also cutouts. But then, and then it says here, made of 98% recycled material, do not bleach, do not wash separately, do not soak, hand wash if possible. Now, this is the fun part. Or, give it to your mother. She knows how to do it.
Yes.
Diba? And
Thank
then,
you, Sana, for
yeah.
that line there.
yeah. And then there's the advocacy side. Join the green side, recycle, or die you must. That's from Yoda. Right?
That's
Oh.
maybe a copyright
Diba?
infringement or
That's,
something.
yeah.
Okay,
No,
so,
it's
and
alright.
this is the newest.
This is your latest
Latest
design, yeah,
creation.
creation.
This
And these
for
are
the
for
kids.
kids.
Yes,
Okay,
for kids
so
also.
kids can also have the SAKU.
Because since
Okay.
what's the smallest one? No, it's also for the kids.
These are for the kids. This one's big, and this one's the. What size is this?
This is medium.
Ah.
Learning and innovation go hand in hand. The arrogance of success is to think that what you did yesterday will be sufficient for tomorrow. It is stated in 1 Peter 4:10-11, as each one has received a special gift, employ it in serving one another as good stewards of the manifold grace of God. Whoever speaks is to do so as one who is speaking the utterances of God. Whoever serves is to do so as one who is serving by the strength which God supplies, so that in all things God may be glorified through Jesus Christ, to whom blessings, the glory, and dominion forever and ever.